The biggest thing that I noticed in that period, which I haven't noticed that much since, is the ability of that audience to listen to the music. I mean, follow every nuance and every note of the music. If you didn't, you know, you'd have to leave, I suppose. But if you were there, you were going to hear the total music, and that was the beginning for me to realise that we had a music here, which was going to speak as well, as it turned out, as anywhere on the planet.
The music is a field. Don't look there for inscriptions on trees, or codes in the patterns of leaves, or magic formations of ancient stone. Sound, essence, sound.
Free Kata was the band that really divided us Zoetfinsters. A totally free improvisation group led by karate expert Serge and featuring a young drummer called Louis Burdett, a tenor saxophonist, Eddie Bronson, who was a refugee from the intense Russian avant-garde, and an amiable ratbag who tried to improvise words as fast as the musicians played their instruments. They were a band that really left their mark.
I formed Free Kata. To me, this was the most exciting period in my life, because the principle of my music was to throw away all conventional attitudes and conventional modes of playing and try to find some sort of unique creativity, something that hasn't been done before. When we play normally, regardless of whether you're running changes on a piano or you're playing lyrically, it's all to do with what's happened before. There's hardly any phrase that you hear Keith Jarrett play that hasn't been played before. It's lyrical and everything. I wanted to find something else. And you had to have guts to do that in those days, because when I began to do it, people go, oh shit, what's that? On one occasion when Brian Brown was sitting in at the Sydney Festival, I mean, people threw tomatoes and anything else that they could lay their hands on. I thought that was wonderful. The music, it was like an incredible, having an incredible love affair, having an incredible climax. You could do whatever you wanted. You didn't think of any restrictions. The music was so intense. And it had the beautiful elements of it too. You'd do everything. It was boundless, in a word. And of course, it left the traditions of, well, traditional articulations that one would use as well. But it also had a lot of articulation. So consequently, when people remembered Free Kata initially, they only remembered the anger of it, because there was anger. There was love. There was yourself.